What was that one phrase? Something not swear words.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something.
I think. Bear with me. We're back. This is.
Oh yeah.
It stormed like crazy right before we started. And we're like, okay, the rain's over. Good timing. And then just a little tiny flicker restarted my computer. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, rain's no time to anything.
So obviously I need a UPS, but
It was what we do in shadows. We're werewolves, not swearwolves.
so
That's right.
since this got all messed up, we're going to reset.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
I mean, that is one of the unfortunate outcomes.
So it goes back to what Paul was saying. I think Dylan set that up.
I tried your amazing to hear you out
Trying to get it to load so you can see comments.
And all kinds of things are going on with work. So I apologize. Of course, it's the first night of us doing this, so why wouldn't I touch shoes? We need to roll again to see who's been customized.
One of the cameras just
There's some echo. That's me. I can fix that part. And Dylan is frozen.
That is the webcam.
Oh, the webcam is I see. Cool. Hey, there I am.
Oh man. It was running smooth and then
Now. Tell me this part works. Okay. We've got this. We're going to figure this out. Alright. Roll quickly before something else goes wrong.
Ah!
You get to go first.
Oh, sweet.
Also, we probably should be using this.
Yeah, we can do that. Let's see. Gonna be there.
Gonna be there.
There. There.
Alright, flip them.
That's way better.
Alright. So that's that. Nothing locked down so far. Oh my gosh. And also that echo should be fixed. So sorry about that, but I understood that issue.
they've returned from the warp. That's right, we got sucked into a warp storm.
There you go. Alright, so my army tonight is Mollog's mob with this fun guy. So, go be.
Get it?
Yes.
He's a fun guy.
Oh.
You're welcome. You're welcome, internet.
So we were going forward, and that just happened.
No, I hate that joke. I just did it anyway. My mom harasses me all the time because I hate mushrooms. She's like, but they're fun guys. It's unacceptable.
And so that's what you're playing with now?
Yeah, exactly. She'd be so proud right now. Alright, this is my lovely
One's like a stalag buddy or something, right? What's his name?
Stalag squig?
He's a stalag squig.
There we go.
Stalag squig right there. Frank. Then my spite shroom. And my bat squig. And finally Mollog. And they don't, all of his little minions can't do anything. It's just small. Until they get upgrades or whatever. And what are you playing, Dylan?
I'm playing the Chosen Axes. I have Fuel Grimnir and Tefik Flamebearer, Mad Magrum, and last but not least, Volt Orcbane.
Alright. I feel like all these guys get to name themselves. You always give yourself a cool name.
By the way,
If
Samuel
you're an orc.
Sen
If you're
Fratello,
a-
that's Sammy, right?
If you're a dwarf, sorry.
No different guy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. He does, he says, I really enjoyed the Space Hulk games between you and Wargamer Girl.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. I remember that. It was a while back.
You need
Yeah.
to make more of
We
them.
need to get
We
back
do.
to it.
We
Yeah.
have 2, and there's 16 missions in the book.
That game is like so ridiculously hard if you're the Space Marines.
I know, and I've had to be the Space Marines twice.
Warbuggy says that those names sound like sick indie band names.
Oh yeah.
That's a good point. Okay.
Especially Tevik Flamebearer.
Yes.
Draw cards. You'll draw 5 from your power cards. 5. And 3 objective cards. And then we'll get to see what terrible cards we have to look at.
Mulligan.
You're mulliganing already?
Yep.
Oh my.
Oof. It's not a good sign.
Ooh.
12 Neath says,
Do
welcome
I
to the
keep
realms,
this?
Wargamer Girl.
Hey there.
Those
Oh.
models look great. Who painted them? That would be Flo.
That would be fun. It was just too busy to hang.
There
out.
are Stormcast Eternals right over there that have been beautifully painted by me.
But that's not what this stream is about, okay?
No, it's
we don't
not.
need your Stormcast Eternals or my Thorns of the Briar Queen tonight.
Do you keep a hand of 5 cards if only 3 are good? That's more than half.
That's more than half. I mean, that's... How confident are you in your deck?
Extremely. I made it. So it's the
So it's
best.
gotta be good.
Yeah, it's gotta be good. I guess I'll mulligan like this. I'll put these up here. Now that'll be my respected
person-
discards.
Of course, I'm playing like the weird guy tonight, so I'm like, I don't know. I've never played with Mullen before. So.
They seem a little weird. I actually had a hard time. I helped put together the decks for this, and those guys are a little peculiar.
So we can't figure out. So there's a debate over whether or not the cards that say a friendly Mollug can do this and that, if it refers to just Mollug or anybody in Mollug's mob.
Anybody in his mob.
If you guys know.
For anyone, if anyone knows, let
'Cause
us know.
it's possible that all of these things grew off of Mollug. Obviously, he's got quite a collection of colors and growths on him. And I love his story because all he wants is a nap. And I can relate to that personally. I think it's, a valuable character.
And you get very cranky when you don't, and then
It's
you
true.
send your squigs after people. Is that what happens?
Not yet.
Alright. Think you got an idea of what you want to do?
Oh, I have no idea, but we're going to totally figure this out. Alright, we're going to roll off and see who places first. I have 1/2 circle.
1 crit and a half circle.
Fine,
A full circle.
fine,
but a half circle
fine.
for the full circle. I place my guy first. I'm gonna place.
You actually choose your places first? I'm just saying.
Oh wait, hold on. You have 4 guys. The last person to place gets. You place first. Because we're even on model count.
Okay. The spider.
Everybody's very sad that the mats aren't lined up. It's hurting people's OCD.
Oh, man, I was going to be more extreme about it, too.
We were just gonna go head to head on the mats, but we decided it would be too boring for you guys. But I guess that's not the case.
Patrick Wilson
Fuel Grin here.
says that his service is really bad, but they're going to try to watch.
Thank you, guys. Also, I'm not sure who all's at Gen Con this weekend. Gen Con's happening right now.
That's right.
Well, I think I think it's first day vendors are all setting up because I see a lot
Yeah,
of
but that first night for conventions always has a lot of parties and stuff.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, so I hear.
Alfonso wrote, "Hey Miranda, made it."
Welcome!
Big smiley face.
Wednesdays, I guess you said Thursday mornings for you? Sorry. Alright, that's Spike Shroom. He's down.
More like Miranda's mob.
It's Matt Negrin coming in with his angry face.
Ugh, I'm a big model.
Then Tevik.
I'm done.
No, you have one more guy.
No, I don't place it in the place my face. It doesn't count. It's
You
fine.
didn't tell me that.
I mean, it's not my job to tell you. It's your job to
Wow.
know, boy.
Does this say hidden information?
No,
here, or-
it's not. I just
I
had
guess-
to get one thing on Dylan tonight.
Oh, I guess
I
since
feel
placed-
disadvantaged because he kicked my butt last time, and I'm a little salty about it.
That's okay. You can have the handicap.
Thank you. I will take that handicap. I appreciate that.
All right, I placed the model last, which means you get an advantage on the next roll off. You get an automatic crit.
All right. So before you determine who has the first activation in the first round, place this fighter on any empty hex.
Any empty starting hex or
Nope.
any empty hex?
Any empty
Salt.
hex per it.
Oh, because he was there the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. Just sort of grew out of nowhere. I have no idea exactly how to take advantage of this, but I'm really excited that I knew the trick. So,
What's his damage characteristic?
It's terrible. He has 2 wounds. He does 1 damage. He's 1 dice.
I'm scared.
He has 0 movement.
Yeah, he's a stalag squid. Where's
Mac
his
Attack
legs?
is wondering if a salty Miranda is even possible.
Aw, you're so sweet. Yes, it's very possible.
Empty. It has to be empty.
Oh, you're right. My bad. No, sorry. Not cheating. I don't mean to cheat. Well, in that case, I don't like this.
It's not as cool. So if you think about it, wherever you think the battlefield's gonna clash, he could become like a supporting character.
Yeah, that's true.
So you want to place him somewhere where he's gonna get in the action, but not somewhere where he's just gonna die,
Get
and I'm
in the
gonna
way.
get. Because if I
Yeah.
kill him, keep in mind I get a free VP.
It's true. You can stay next to your buddy here. That would be very exciting. Sorry. I'm learning.
That guy hits like a truck.
That's the hope. Okay, now we roll off and see. Oh, wait. Five fire runs out of fire. Yeah, and so now I have an automatic
Mhm.
crit, right? And it's 4.
Yep.
That's 2 crits then, versus your 2 crits.
No, first my
3 crits.
3 crit.
3 crits. 3. Okay.
Alurian
Hey, I
wants to
like-
know if the fire dwarves are about to cook some mushroom squids.
Yes.
That's likely. This is not gonna be good.
Some grilled portobello mushrooms.
But you know what is nice about this? Technically
Squigabello.
speaking, it's a really short game if you're just gonna die terribly.
Yeah.
So you know, it's not like when you play some games, it's 2 hours of just being face
Getting your
rolled.
face
Yeah,
mashed in.
Yeah, just, ugh.
Move.
Some squigabellos.
That's just a move.
It's just
He can still swing.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah.
We kind of need these things.
Ma. Oh yeah. Right. Okay. We have these activation tokens. I knew that. Oh, 3.
Good luck. Oh wait, I saw it.
There's a
Aha!
bunch more tokens in that box too, if that's helpful.
That's all we needed.
Just the 4. Alright, so we're gonna start my first activation. Oh my, what have we got here?
Oh, I see. If I place mine here, then they can see it.
That's true.
12 Neef says he wants to try the Arena Mortis expansion game in the July White Dwarf.
Yeah? Arena Mortis.
That's not that white. Well, there was a white dwarf in here. It's on the
let's
bottom.
put him here. This fighter can move.
It's not in there, is it? Is that a July White Dwarf?
Yeah, it's a single move.
I don't know. Let me carefully extract it. This is December 2017 edition.
We're gonna move him.
So that's not it at all.
Gonna move him up here. Boop. That's the move
Ah,
token,
scary. Nope.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
God.
guard.
Guard token. More bad.
There you go.
Not the charge token, just the move.
Uh,
Alright,
let's-
and just so we're all on the same page, he can move and charge even if he has a move token on him.
oh,
but not
that's
charge tokens.
Spooky.
Yes.
Extra spooky.
And
Alright, this guy's gonna move. These guys inspire whenever they hold an objective at the end of the turn.
I know. You means I have to kill him. You need to kill him dead. Alright, so that's
Oh, at the end of an action phase. At the end of the action phase.
end of the action phase.
Uh-oh. We're now consulting. Don't you guys have it memorized yet?
At the end
Not quite.
of the action. Oh, that's all the way at the end of the round. That's fine. Oh, also, I suppose we could be doing the whole power card business.
Yeah, exactly. So, you already did
Appreciate
your
that,
thing. So, were you
Samuel.
gonna do a power move?
Dustin says he's definitely looking forward to coming over and checking out the setup.
Yes. It's actually cooler than I anticipated it would be tonight, so it's been pleasant. I'm a big
Yeah.
fan too.
The crazy storm.
Yeah. So Albuquerque gets flash floods, and so
What's the monsoon season right
and it's
now?
monsoon season because we are strip desert.
This guy has range 2, right?
He does.
Then I'm going to play We Shall Not Be Moved. Friendly fighters holding objectives cannot be driven back on the first attack action in the next activation.
Then I will play Predatory Growls. Choose an enemy fighter and push them 1 hex.
Brian Vestal asks, do you feel the game is as exciting as War Machine?
No, not yet. I mean, this is a skirmish game, and War Machine's sort of grand and epic, and I'm really attached to the lore and my models, and so I just haven't really built up the relationship enough to really say that it is the same.
And one more. War Budgie says, I wouldn't put too much faith in that stalagmite buddy. Good chance he might cave.
I also like that the stalagmite is cut off.
The stalag buddy.
Yep. That's it for me.
By the way, Alex says hi.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Alex.
Our media glitch friend.
Alright,
Yep.
so then it comes to my turn, right?
Yep.
Alright.
You gonna swing
Mohawk
at me?
swing!
That's my leader.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, let's see here. I'm going to attack you with my makeshift club, which is range 2.
I don't really have a channel. This one was to me. So.
Oh. Speak that people are talking.
I'm kind of on media glitch more. So maybe if you've seen that. Sam, yes, that was a pun.
1 hit. No defense. 3 wounds.
No.
Tres?
Take it back.
No. Are you dead yet?
No, I have 4 wounds. Don't be silly. Your power phase. What do you got?
Fearful visage. First spider make an attack.
Yes.
Action. Apologies about that. Last one dice. Fearful visage. So it'll be on Molly. So the first fighter to make an attack action while adjacent to that fighter is -1 dice. If you come attack me.
I get -1 dice.
Yes.
Little
For the
rat.
first
Samuel says
fighter.
this game could get rowdy,
Can it?
specifically if Miranda plays.
So the table's really big. It'd be very difficult to flip. We may have measured that.
Am I attacking stalag squid?
Are you? I'm done. So
Just with the game, you're
done.
done.
I'm walking away.
What if he dies? That's my leader.
By the way, Allurian says, how do you guys enjoy the deck/card structure compared to dice rolling only format games? Do
Yes.
they add anything?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the deck building in this game is great. Each of the different factions play they each have their own feel to them. So designing and constructing a deck around the synergies that they already have built into their cards is part of the fun of the game. And once you get to play it a few times, you'll get a better sense of what your characters do.
Yeah.
And you can improve that a lot more. So I played the dwarves a few times, so I kind of know what's good for them. Not played those guys at all, so.
Did you play against them? I know Flo played them,
I
but
just
no,
watched.
Flo
Oh, okay.
played against DJ, and then
they played twice, right?
yeah, they did actually.
Like with that, or she played twice with this group.
There
What's
was
that guy's wounds?
2.
I swing it stalag, buddy.
Um,
He doesn't have the -1 debuff, right?
he does not.
Alright. Here we go. Pull that out of there. Stalag buddy.
2 defense.
Ooh, that's a crit.
Nope. How much damage?
3 damage.
Ooh. So he's dead.
By the way, Dustin loves deck building and the creativity it gives you in strategy and tactics.
I agree. I'm gonna play No Remorse. Score this immediately if one of your fighters takes out an enemy fighter out of action with an attack action with a damage characteristic greater than the target's wound characteristic.
Fine.
I hurt you more than you have left.
Gotcha.
I gain 2 victory points. 1 for killing him, 1 for completing this objective. Then we move on to the power phase. Will be my power phase first. It's too late. He's done for. I'm going to put this on Tefik Flamebearer. Activated rooms. Each time the spider makes an attack action, you can re-roll 1 dice.
Fantastic.
Spend a BP for that.
Okay. I do not have a power. I don't want to play any power cards.
Okay, then I will also give Tefik Flamebearer a vampiric weapon.
Ooh.
When the spider takes an enemy fighter out of action, remove 1 wound token from this fighter.
By the way, Mac Attack is asking Miranda if you still stay in touch with Joey Berry. If so, how is she doing?
We talked to her several months back. She's doing well, as far as I know. We were friends on social media, and she's doing well over at, I think, Creative Assembly still. She actually did some voice acting for us, and so we've got a video in the works that's going to be, can we just say what it is?
Yeah, if you want to. It's
So we're doing a voiced version of the Gavin Kyle files, for those of you who remember the No Quarter magazines when they were still print magazines, and before they went to Prime, they had these really cool dossiers on the different characters in the Iron Kingdoms, and so we were doing one, and we've got a few people voice acting it, and Joey Berry does a great job in one of them, so
Yeah.
it's still being edited. It's like on the backlog of all the stuff, but it's going to be really awesome too when it's done. Can I kill you yet?
Yeah,
All right,
it's
great.
like your
I'm
turn.
going to attack you in the face. With Mala.
With a club.
With Mala, with the club. Yeah, obviously. Right? That's what I
Alright.
want to do.
By the way, Miranda, 12 Neef says that he loves this game, but he's won more games by avoiding combat than charging into it. So you might rethink your strategy over there.
He must be playing Skaven.
What do you generally run, Nate? Like, which guy? Because Mala doesn't even inspire until he gets hurt. And to be fair, I haven't charged yet. Alright, Mala swinging on your leader. Please, oh, please give me some hammers.
Big whiff.
1 hammer.
Alright, well this is the easiest shield/crit of my life.
Nope.
Nope.
3 damage.
Super dead.
Alright.
By the way,
And-
Paul says his Sisters of Silence came joint second in Kill Team.
That was the short-lived
The
tale.
Sisters of Silence.
Oh, yeah, I was hearing about that game earlier. Alright, you're dead.
That was
I
a
get
short-lived tale of Fuel Grimnir.
Real quick.
That seemed like an even trade, right? Like my fearless dwarven leader for your Stalag buddy.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty safe.
Cool.
Let's see here. That's at least twice. So I've got this one that says if an enemy fighter is taken out of action with an attack that deals an amount of damage that's at least twice the wounds characteristic. Wounds left or wounds total? It's a characteristic. Is that like the total?
I think that's the total.
That's fine. Okay. How's that supposed to be? Alright, fine.
I think on your upgraded side for that dude, he deals 5 damage or something crazy like that.
Oh yeah, he might.
And then I put cards in there that give you +1 damage in your blue deck.
Alright, so I do score one though, victorious duel. Score this immediately if your leader takes an enemy leader out of action. That's worth 2.
Brian
Ouch.
Vestal says he's not sure if he'd rather play this or go for the more open board style of the new Warcry from Games Workshop. I actually haven't watched that game played yet, so I have no idea.
Yeah,
I assume it's a little skirmish one too.
probably. Alright, so back to my power phase, right?
Right.
Okay, so we're going to spend 1 to upgrade Molag with Blooming Spores, +1 damage to this fighter's attack action with range 1 or 2.
There you go.
Yeah, so now he's up to damage 4 and 3.
So typically that would be enough to double like most people's.
Of them,
Yeah, it's just these guys.
Your guys are all a little.
They're a little sturdier, so that's still a good card for those guys. But
So did Stalag Buddy just die?
Yeah, he's dead. He's just crumbled.
we traded.
We
War
traded.
Budgies just did a Luke Skywalker style. No.
Yeah. But,
Or maybe it was an Anakin Skywalker
So
style.
I lost
Oh.
my best character for Stalag Buddy.
Yeah.
Fair trade.
Yeah.
It's like your queen for
You
a
guys are
pawn.
spending a lot of
Exactly.
time whining. I'm just saying. All right, so I'm done.
Yeah. All right. So final action. Volt Bane moves boldly towards an objective.
Curse breakers.
Okay. All right, is that you?
Yeah.
Fine.
It's 12 Neef plays the Curse Breakers, which I have sitting over there. Here you go, let me see those. Hand those guys to me.
So my turn. I am going to. Ooh,
There we
let's
go.
see here. Whirling Club.
Well, I guess anyone who saw the little ad
These
thing,
guys each
I
have how
painted
much
these.
health?
3.
3 each.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to charge. Because I can charge with my special effect that I'm Molag the Mighty.
Oh no.
And I'm going to use my Whirling Club, which hits all adjacent enemy fighters.
Good thing I get support dice on this.
This is true, you do. Alright, so that's 2. Let's see, plus 1 damage to fighters with 1. Okay, so just 2, and I need the swords. Swords, we'll start with this double axe guy.
Wait, yeah, I think you have to do swing individually for both.
Yeah, it says
Swing for
target all adjacent fighters roll for each.
whatever.
Not
Crit?
a crit. Not a crit. So that's going to be 3 damage.
Okay, he's dead.
1 glory. Second guy,
I only have 4 guys.
miss.
Yes. Alright, the game still goes on. If you
Wow.
would have killed him, that would have been it. I would have called it.
You should have been done.
Game 2. But since he's alive, we'll keep going.
Miranda, nobody's played the Sepulchral Guards yet, right?
No.
Nobody in this circle.
Nobody has yet. They're coming along.
Which one's the Nightvault?
The Deadites.
The little skellies.
Oh, yeah, those guys are cool.
I chose the 2 armies that I wanted to paint, the ones that have 7 models in each warband.
Yeah.
Okay, I will not play a power card.
Garbags gets has
I will
9.
not either.
So end of round?
Yes. These 2 guys inspire.
They do.
Yeah, you better watch out. Tefik inspired and Ingram inspired. That's their names now, by the way. They changed their names.
Did they?
Yeah.
Score this at the end of the phase if
Legitimate.
your leader is the only friendly fighter adjacent to any enemy fighters. One glory.
I put too many good cards. Alright, well, I'm gonna get rid of these 2 objectives. Wait. No, I'm not.
Oh.
But I am gonna get rid of 1 objective. And then I'm gonna keep both of those. 3,
I'm gonna
4,
toss that objective.
Alfonso
5.
says that a charging Mollog might as well be the boulder from the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, basically. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4,
That would have been a nice one to have
5.
last.
And we remove all tokens.
Flip our activations back over. We can go flip to unflip to flip or whatever.
What?
Do you want to just flip them this way as we go?
No. We'll just reset them.
Okay.
It makes it easier for me because I get used to things being one way and then I get set in my ways.
Anyways, now we roll off. Where's my... Oh, there we go.
That's 1 crit and 2 halvesies. 1 crit and 1 halvesy, but you win. All right. First to you, mister.
All right. What do I do?
By the way, I think the plan is to have another little webcam that's attached to a dice box.
Yeah,
So-
theoretically it'll be 3. This
That'll happen in the future.
It's a little remarkable how much of this entire rig came together in the last 45
2 hours.
minutes. I mean, look,
Well-
it was pretty.
Oh yeah, for the camera stuff, yeah.
That's Tefik.
Bring it, Tefik.
Okay. That's Negrum? Which one is it?
He's the one with a 2-handed axe.
Right. Yeah. This guy has shoulders.
Yeah, shoulder. Do they not all have shoulders?
Well, like this one, it shows the
Oh
double
no,
axes,
It
right?
shows the model.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's so much easier.
It is weird though because they're orange, so it doesn't really look like much on the.
Oh, okay, so that guy's Vol Auric Bane. I apologize. There we go. Alright, it's fixed. Alright, I just have these two guys. Tefik. What cards do I get?
Alurian is loving the hand gestures, by the way, Miranda. You should get bonus crits just for energy.
Sorry,
Oh no, War Budgies is out for the night.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for hanging out.
Says thanks for the
Appreciate it.
entertainment and take care.
Hope the moves and everything's
Tefik
going alright
swings
for it.
with the fury, seeing his
You're attacking me?
friend Negrum die.
He's like paced next to you, just so you know. Like you're seeing his like bubbling body next to you.
Yeah, and I cut
It doesn't
into
count as an adjacent model to help you attack me.
I can't attack him?
You can attack me. I'm just saying your friend is a puddle.
Oh, yes, yeah. The cleft in twain, smushed guy
like,
over there.
like Tarantino style. We saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood last night.
Yeah, I was talking to Tommy
It's
about it.
so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I want to go see
It's
it.
pretty good.
Probably go see it next Tuesday. Anyways,
One defense.
I'm swinging at you. Alright, each time an attack fighter makes an attack action, you can reroll 1 dice.
Okay. I'm certainly not dodging anything.
Ugh. Oh, and also, these are the wrong dice.
You should use the right die. Oh, I'm not using the right dice either.
I like that. I'll keep it.
Oh
You literally
no!
can't.
I literally can't.
Yeah.
But I did get a shield. That makes me happy. How much?
That is 3.
Tres. Oh my god! Inspire.
Oh, he just noticed no arcane hazards.
No,
But
I don't think so. Why would there be arcane hazards?
Wait, are those?
These are just obstacles. I don't think they're hazardous. I don't remember. They're obstacles.
anyways, you get pushback. Here
Uh-huh.
you go. Just
Intrigue,
like that.
Intrigued Gaming says this is a pretty cool setup.
Thank you.
It's
Oh,
our
thanks.
last minute setup.
It was-
I think
yeah.
it will be a
There
better
will be-
setup.
There will be additional.
This is not last minute. This is like there's a lot of prep went into this.
No, well the layout
oh,
thing I
the
think
layout,
is
the
the
layout, yeah.
yeah.
This whole room's been in the making. So
So
anyways, you got
You
pushback one.
You streamed with Intrigue Gaming the other night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. I had a good time.
Okay.
Power face.
Hmm.
Clearly, when I pushed you back, it was a clever ploy because I knew that I had laid a trap there earlier.
Really?
This trap is played during a friendly fighter's attack action that drives the enemy back directly into your trap. The fighter suffers 1 damage.
Oh.
1 damage. How many? What does he have? 7.
Candy
7.
fighter is always aware of their surroundings.
Mollog is going to
No, it's
upgrade
okay.
with regenerate. At the beginning of each round, remove up to 1 boon token from the spider's card. Are you going to do anything?
That's not good.
Oh,
I didn't
Alurian
plan
says
for that.
it's a shame it's late night for some. It's only lunchtime in Australia. So
Hey!
g'day from
Wow.
down under and all of that.
How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
I'm gonna play Indomitable. The first time a friendly fighter suffers damage in the next activation, they only suffer 1 damage.
Fine. I'll just hit you multiple times in the head.
Takes a long time to swing.
I feel like the dwarf guy isn't even smashed. He's just got hit real hard and he's knocked out for right now. He's just sleeping.
Is that the
That's-
PG friendly version of that story.
That's my going theory.
All
Dwarves
right.
are pretty hardy.
It's like Chappie.
Back to my
That's
power
right.
phase, right?
Yeah.
I put them to sleep.
Back to mine, right? I'm gonna play a gambit
You are sleepy?
called There the Whole Time. Roll an attack dice. 1. On a hammer or crit, return a friendly stalag squig that's been taken out of action.
Yes, a
Battlefield.
dirt nap,
More
as it were.
DP.
Oh. It failed.
You may not like that movie, but that was a really good part.
No, like, so much of it was good.
Yeah.
And overall, it just wasn't good. But so much of it I really liked. Like, I liked Chappie a lot.
Yeah.
He was good.
I liked the leader of Diantward.
Oh, yeah, Ninja.
Ninja, that's
Yeah.
his name. I like Ninja.
By the way, Mac Attack says, okay, I'm beginning to see the salty side of Miranda.
When my dice don't
It
do what I want.
didn't take very long.
No, it doesn't. Do you have any more that you want to play?
Nope.
Alright, then I will play one more to upgrade Mollug to Foul Temper. I can reroll 1 dice in each attack roll for this fighter's attack actions. So he's pretty baller. Alright, so now it's up to me. First round. Do I care about what? No, I'll just hit you in the head.
You're just gonna hit me for 1 damage.
That's true, but I mean, otherwise it just sits there forever.
No,
Put it in
just
round.
this activation.
Oh.
So you could do something different, like move away from me forever.
Just leave me alone.
Don't you want to go score an objective?
Objectives are overrated. I should probably read my objective cards.
They don't seem to be helping me. Show Tommy my plan.
How much health does this guy
Interesting.
have?
4.
4?
Mm-hmm.
4?
4.
4. Let's try to charge
Why
him.
does your giant guy have
That's
3
two.
move range 2?
He's
That's
2.
the whole map in this
Oh, yeah,
game.
he's 3. Oh, that's right.
He has an effective threat range of 5 squares. That is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
That's pretty awesome.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the length of an entire board. During the wave.
That's pretty good.
It's insanely good.
Alright, so
He's
he's
a
gonna
big
charge
troll.
there. On dude.
Although I will say his legs aren't really
mean,
much longer than anyone
So,
else's.
just before you do that, this card is any fighter. It's not just that guy.
Oh, what do you mean any fighter? Oh,
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's fine. You can take it back.
Currently, everybody's just chatting with each other now, so
That's fine.
they've left you alone to
Yeah.
play your game.
Play.
Salty. You got too salty.
That's true. It's obnoxious. 1, 2. There's still 2 away.
Well, while everybody's doing that, could I get some more water?
Oh, yeah, yeah. We'll do that.
Thank you.
While I am not answering things, although Alfonso Roque says that troll be on crack, that's why. So now you know.
It's true. Now I know.
Did you want some more water too?
Yeah, that'd be great. 1, 2, 3. That's my turn.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Except for now I can't score any objectives. Alright, well now that you moved away and I have a moment to spare, I will dig for cards. I will draw. And discard.
Alright, so my power phase or no, your power phase actually. 'cause that was
I
your...
will decline my power phase.
Alright, I will spend 1 to upgrade my mushroom to a spore cloud. So I get a scatter hex of
Ooh.
spory grossness. Would you like
Yep.
to play a power card?
Yeah. Nope. I'm
Alright.
good.
And I will spend my last glory point to play Inescapable Jaws on my bat squig so that he has a better chance of hitting when he charges.
I see.
And he can move super fast. Okay. So
Your go.
that is my go. Alright. Let's see here. Scatter 2. 5. Oh my. That's 1.
You move 5 spaces.
Yeah, he can move 5 and he can
Why
go
are
over
they so
things.
fast?
Because they're awesome. That would be nice to
That guy should move 1 square a turn. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Is it?
Yeah, a guy with range 2 having 3 movements. I mean, I don't know. I think the Skaven have a range 2 character too. As far as I know, they're one of the few that do.
Yeah.
And I think that leader can move 3. But
Oh yeah.
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could charge you, but I don't know that it's really worth it for 2 damage. For 1 damage, right? So.
No, that's not this turn anymore.
Oh, is it not?
Yeah, we're past that, right?
Oh.
Because you moved back.
I did.
I went first,
Yeah.
and I hit you.
Is it not for the whole?
Then you moved back.
I did.
You moved back. You didn't hit me at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I went and I drew a card. Then you go. Yeah. Yeah. You can. This is no longer active.
Oh, okay. Let's try charging him. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Inescapable jaws. So I get 2. And I need the cross swords as or hammers.
Awful.
And I got neither.
Big
And I'm
whiff by both of us.
Huge whiff. Okay. Is that this one? That was you.
Yeah.
You went
correct.
first.
Yeah. You're on your second.
I'm on my second. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's you.
Power card.
Nope. I'm out of
You're a
cards.
you're out of
Malagos
cards,
and
okay.
you're a Adepticon,
I
right?
am.
Yeah.
Then I will. What's this guy's health?
2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Swing it.
Oh, Steve says he wishes he could see the models
Nice.
better, but he will Google it.
That's 1 hit.
If you look at the,
I'm
what is
using
it,
activated
Facebook
runes to
and
resolve
Twitter.
So 1.
3.
Yeah, the
dodges.
Facebook and Twitter, I think, things that Miranda uploaded today, then you can see them up closer.
I will play reaction. After play this after a friendly fighter's attack action fails, that fighter can make another attack action against the same fighter.
By the way, Dustin, if you would like to come and start playing this game with us, you are more than welcome.
1 crit.
Nothing.
Alright, that's gonna be 3 damage.
Miranda actually
And
has
cleave.
several armies, like quite a few of them now.
Doesn't-
Well,
it doesn't matter. Yeah.
So
Dead. I get a victory point.
that's
And let's see if I scored anything here. How much health do you have?
2.
Aw, too strong. Okay, that's me.
Steve asks, what state are you guys from? We are in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
But where are we from? I'm from Oklahoma.
Oh, that is true. You're from Oklahoma. I am still from New Mexico.
Yeah.
I'm from New Mexico and New York.
Okay. I was about to ask.
And for both of the things. Don't really matter. Let's see. How fast do your dudes move?
Oh, yeah,
Two-
not tonight, Dustin, but
The normal average,
but
same
you and
person
Alex should
amount.
come over
And they just have reach
and
one.
figure out what factions you like. And then you guys can come be on a stream and make more people here, which is better.
Yeah.
There. I move from here to here.
Okay. Little move token.
Oh yeah.
There you are. And then I guess for me,
Alurian says, can we share our pictures on the Facebook page? Been knocking out some mean paint jobs during the streams.
yeah,
I will
absolutely.
draw a card for my last one and discard.
And then Mac Attack says, New York, loud and emphatically. I am in the Finger Lake region of New York.
Finger Lake region.
Do you know where that is?
That does not
Your
sound
last
familiar. Last action. Conk.
Is it not? Were you in a different region?
And he does have move tokens on him, even though he can move with them. I was in upstate New York. I was in Westchester for a while.
Power card.
have no cards at all.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll go ahead and play a power card.
Moment, I have 6 warbands.
The earth shakes. Grimnir's folk can sense the slightest tremor in the ground beneath their feet. Choose a fighter and push them 1 hex.
By the way, Alfonso says he has 6 warbands. He has 2 Stormcats, which is a faction I haven't seen yet. 1 Night Haunt, 1 Chaos, and Mollog's Mob and Skaven.
Nice.
But I like the Stormcats. Those are pretty good.
Alright, so that would be the end of the phase, right?
Correct.
Alright. Score. Which one is this?
2 out of 3.
Okay. Nope. You're a jerk. Just so you know. Huh.
So Mac Attack says he is in central New York over by Syracuse.
Oh, yeah. We wouldn't have been really around there. I remember going to the city a few times, but my dad owned apartments there, and so we kind of lived just in that area, and I was a kid, so I don't really know my way around.
He said that was a typo. No, I think they're Stormcats. That's what I think.
Yeah, that sounds better. I'm just gonna not do that one.
Just like he's Stalag Buddy.
Stormcats and their Stalag Buddy. It's like a web series waiting to happen. A little animated.
3, 4, 5, and 1. Alright. Round phase 3. Oh, that wasn't.
Ascension and Dominion.
Yeah.
This is interesting. Am I going for...
Oh, Resident Evil 2 deck builder.
Am I going all in? Guys, am I going all in?
All right, guys. Is Dylan going all in?
Is it worth it?
So if you're asking, then when they say, you have to do what they say.
Okay.
Stormcats are related to the Thundercats. Actually, Stormcats are what happens after the Thundercats.
What?
Stormcats and Lightning Cats are together, but the Thundercats you just hear from afar. All right, Intrigue Gaming says do it in all capitals. You're in. You're all in. You're committed.
Okay.
Paul agrees. He says all in as well.
Okay. Well, that's what we're doing. I think I got what it takes.
Okay. So we're starting this. It's
Yeah.
the beginning of the round. Mollog loses a wound token.
That's ridiculous. Anyways, we roll 4. I don't want to go first.
Samuel also says go for it, Dylan. Fortune
You're rolling-
favors the
well,
bold.
You can choose.
I can choose.
Wait, hang on. Mr. Pilak says don't do it.
That's one.
Whoever
that's
wins
2 votes
chooses. Whoever wins chooses which player will place first.
4. Okay. Well, in that case, while they're still deliberating, Miranda can go first.
Now, to be fair, there's only one don't do it, and 1, 2, 3, 3 do it. So he only has 25% of the
poll.
it share,
Yeah.
the do or do not it share.
Well, they must rally to get their votes. Here it is. Here it is, guys.
Spore cloud scattered.
We're gonna try it. We're gonna try to make a statement. That's the name of the card. But Miranda doesn't know. Nor do I. The game well enough to know what that card is.
Yeah. With a laugh, she's like, "Oh right, it's that one." She's like, "I have 2 of those in my deck."
Think I can do it?
Maybe.
Let's go first.
I'm not sure how that works. Wargamer Core says hello from Spain.
Ooh, hi.
Wow.
How are you doing? All right, this guy is going to.
Oh, there's more people on the do it side.
For sure.
Okay. Well, I'm feeling it, so I'm gonna go for it.
Lauren says charge. There's not enough dwarf paste yet to make a meal for Miranda's big chap.
Okay.
And then Dustin sided with the do-its. And Alfonso decided with the mountain do-it.
Mountain do it.
Well, he just said do it, but it was spelled that way.
Oh.
And then Kira de Vries
Your power
says
base.
do it. You play.
I'm not going to wait. I'm going to Shadow Step. Choose a friendly fighter with no move or charge tokens and place them on an empty hex in no one's territory. Place a move token on them.
12 Neef says, Miranda, will you play Underworlds at Adepticon next year? I'll go if you play in their tournaments.
Stay there. And then we'll place a move token on him. Will I be at Adepticon, you're asking?
No, he's saying, will you be playing Underworlds at Adepticon? He says he'll go if you play in their tournament.
In a tournament? Oh, I don't know. It's hard to commit to tournaments when I go to Adepticon because I usually want to like wander off a lot. So I've done tournaments a few of the years, and then it was like a 10-hour thing, and I'll have to see. Ask me when we get closer to the event. Plus, I don't know who I'll be going with. So, okay, that's my
Power phase.
power phase. It's your power phase.
Kind of feels like the ground shaking, like there's been an earthquake. Push all fighters 1 hex. You must push them all in the same direction.
Okay.
This way.
Your fighters?
All fighters.
All fighters. Okay.
By the way, 12 Neef says, to the Fire Slayers, if you can set the boards up, do it long ways so it gives you a better chance at inspiring and makes opponents burn movement activations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree. For the way we have this set up, I don't think it would work so much for the camera, but
We can zoom it and we can make it happen.
Cool.
If that's how we want to do it.
All right.
That was just my power phase.
So
Let me
does
see
that go
here.
to my power phase?
Yeah. It's back to your power phase.
Transfixing Stare. Choose an enemy fighter within 2 hexes of a friendly fighter and place a move token next to him.
Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Did not quite do what you're hoping?
Changes things. That was pretty bad.
I think this window needs to be adjusted.
Oh, is this still the first game? Oh man, we're gonna have to just like do 2 or something. That's 8 40s. Well, we got started late.
I don't want to let everybody down.
You promised. All in means all in, even if it's the worst idea ever. You never know.
You messed it up.
Well, yeah, that's my job. As your opponent.
That was the only thing you couldn't have done. No, you could have done a lot of things, I suppose. Oh man, that's so bad. Okay, so if
How are we doing in the chat there? What are people working?
I'm 1, 2, 3, 4.
My friend Paul says, my friend John is super happy you're filming Shadespire. I love watching it, but he is a ridiculous Shadespire fanatic.
See, and that can be tricky. Definitely tricky.
Samuel says, come on, Dylan.
I see. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Stuff the ball.
I don't know. I feel like the chat result, there was a lot. There's at least 6 or 7 do-its. And so
It's just not possible.
You haven't actually done your first turn.
Do I just mimic what I was supposed to do there
Well, I mean,
and watch it fizzle? Is that what has to happen?
Oh.
I think Miranda just put up her no hand on that.
So there should be some challenge. You shouldn't just purposefully biff it if you know there's absolutely no chance.
There's
If
no
there's a
chance.
1% chance, you would.
No, there's 0 chance.
By the way, Illyrian says that he's working on his job at the moment, working from home.
Yeah.
He's a sports reporter, so this counts, right?
Yeah. Did you guys hear about the esports winner at Fortnite that won $3 million? Counts.
Yeah, this is also, by the way, I don't know if we put this out. This is also a $30 million
I will
tournament
play-
right
Yeah,
here
right
too.
here.
So
Pause. No, it's not. It's
I'm gonna
like,
play Living Wall. Choose two friendly fighters and push them up to 1 hex. They must end up adjacent to one another.
Mr. Pilek says, "See, I tried to tell you."
Yeah.
And Mr. Pilek was the one who said, "Don't do it." Is the-
Oh, yeah, he knew. I had everything I needed. No, I did the math exactly.
Samuel's asking, "Are you going to cower in the shadows?"
oh.
Patrick Wilson, and I'm back. Says, "Tommy, how often will we see you guys stream Underworlds? Anything weekly or monthly?"
Right now, this is the one we've got weekly, but the idea is to do a weekly game night generally. And so,
Yeah.
Shadespire or maybe Undercity or Company of Iron.
I guess I just charge you. That guy.
Which guy? The little guy?
Yucky.
You're attacking my little guy?
Yeah.
Alright, he gets support from Dude Man.
Samuel says, "Is that the
How does-
subtle
wait,
meaning
how
of
does knockback
Shadespire?"
work again?
It's a win.
If they can't be knocked back, because can I purposely try to knock you back into this to make you take an additional damage?
I think that's how it works.
Possible. If a successful attack action is noted as having a knockback X, the target can be driven back that number. This means that if an attack with a knockback 1 succeeds, it gets driven back 1, a further hex for knockback any second or whatever. If it is not possible to push the target further in that direction because of a blocked hex, the target is not pushed any further. Note that the trapped rule does not apply to knockback, as knockback only applies to successful attack actions. If an attack action has 2 or more rules giving it knockback, add the number together. So the trapped rule, I believe, is where you get hurt.
Oh, I see. So that's where if you have no place to go.
Trapped.
Yes. Then instead of missing, you hit.
Did you
That's my
speak the...
understanding.
No. There's like a thing where like if you get pushed back into something, you take a damage. Or...
So Flo
For lethal hexes.
painted the dwarves, but I painted the
I
Stormcast
don't know.
Eternals.
Let me take a look at the wherever that would
Yeah,
be.
Illyrian. So yes, I painted the Stormcast, but
Just
Flo
say-
painted the dwarves.
I deal 3 damage and you have 4 damage. That's the thought.
Oh, you're attacking Moloch.
Yeah,
that
you
way.
have 4 health.
Paul said if there's a tournament for hitting worms with baseball bats, Miranda would win the $3 million easy.
He's just never gonna get over that.
Worms and baseball. Oh, I get it. Yeah.
You know, some hexes have a thick white border indicating they're blocked, means fighters can't move through them. If a blocked hexes are
Looks
adjacent,
hilarious.
some or grid lines will be missing. Show the diagram includes 2 blocked hexes. So if they have a red border, they're lethal, and so if a fighter moves, is pushed or driven into a lethal hex, and the fighter suffers that. I'm pretty sure you can't push me into it. I'm pretty sure you have to push me somewhere else.
Okay.
Alfonso says,
That's
what if you
what it
stream the
is.
smallest 40k game, Space Marine Heroes? Is that a different thing than Kill
Okay,
Team?
I don't know.
I'm unfamiliar with this.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go for the play that's gonna give me the most VP. I'll swing at the small game.
Swing at scorecard.
Yeah, that's gonna be 2 dice,
Hit them against Miranda's Ghosty Boys.
Go skip bubble.
2 hits.
Actually, so I painted these, but I don't really play them. DJ,
He would get support.
another guy that plays with
I
these.
do.
He's kind of partial to these guys. I was thinking about playing the Iron Skulls boys, the
Yeah, they're
orcs.
pretty cool.
Support. Fighter supporting is said to be supporting. So the target fighter receives support from each friendly. Yes. Alright, so whichever fighter has more support has a greater chance of success.
By the way, Miranda, fun stream, but it's almost 11 p.m. here, and I am old, says Mac Attack. Time for bed. Have fun.
Mike Attack, thanks for hanging out.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I appreciate you staying up. Alright, so While the target of such an action can benefit.
And thank you, by the way. The blue color is,
So they count these rolls, and I got 2, so I'm pretty sure I succeed and dodge you.
I think it's Americana
Alright.
brand, True Blue.
That'll do.
It's one of
That's
those
you?
There you go.
dollar paints.
That's you?
That's a charge.
That was your charge. Oh,
Boom. I'm locked down. We got nowhere to go.
Mm.
All hope is lost.
Mm.
I'm
Mm.
trying to think if I used any Games Workshop paint on these guys.
So he can't move, but he
Hmm.
can die. This sounds great.
I think some of the Rune Fang steel got on there, I think.
Mm-hmm. We're going to makeshift club this guy. Well, am I going to do that? How many wounds does he have?
4.
4? Okay, yeah, we're going to have to makeshift club him.
By the way, this is one that we can answer. Mike Gee says, any thoughts on the Iron Kingdom's adventure Widower's Wood? I'm so close to pulling the trigger for the minis, but it would be nice if the gameplay was good. We all 3 played Undercity, which is
Right.
like the same game,
It's-
basically.
yeah.
And that was a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, I'd actually like to do more of that because it's like a campaign style.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And so I think the plan is that once we finish getting these little guys painted up and everything, then I think Undercity is the next game we'll be playing live on here as well. So
Probably.
excited.
There's a few things to paint for it. Actually, before you're done, I'm going to play a power card if you were done. Were you going to play a power card?
Maybe. No. Wait. Yes. Piercing stare. Choose the enemy fighter. They cannot make an attack action or charge action in the next activation.
Which one?
So the consensus, by the way,
That guy.
Mike Gee, is yes, pull the trigger, buy it. It's worth
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I mean, not playing Widow's
The-
Wood, but yeah, Undercity was super
The
fun.
minis are a little soft in a weird way, but
Right. I'm
they're
gonna
still
play
pretty
a Spore Burst. Choose an enemy fighter adjacent to the friendly Spite Shroom and roll an N attack die. On a hammer or crit, you suffer 1 damage. That's nothing. Oh, that was a reroll. Okay. So that was that. Are you gonna roll anything else?
Nope, I'm done.
Alright, I'm gonna play Follow Your Instincts, discard an objective card, then pull 1.
oh, and it's
That's
just
really a good card.
G. Excellent. Yeah, totally mispronounced it. Sorry.
That is just a really good card.
So Alfonso says, I know that Space Marine Heroes is for the most part just a collectible line, but Games Workshop threw in some game rules just in case. I'd never heard of that. That sounds interesting. It sounds kind of interesting to me. Oh, and by the way, Dustin says, our new roommate is into Warhammer. Hashtag so it begins.
Nice.
Is it Warhammer Age of Sigmar or is it Warhammer 40,000? Warhammer 40K.
Good question. Alright, so support on an attack. The attacking fighter receives support for each fighter that's adjacent to their target.
Right.
Excellent. Alright, so for my action, it's me, then you.
Yes.
Did I go
Yeah,
first?
yeah, it's your turn. I let you go first, yeah.
So me,
Great.
then you. Now me. So why do you have 2? Because I just flipped mine. Is it really my third?
Yeah, it's your
Okay,
turn.
it's my third. Got it. We will swing with the Spore Cloud on my Spite Shroom, who's inspired. He's going to, let's see here, scatter 2 from the spider's hex. Enemy fighters in any hex and suffer in the chain of damage. Or wait, do I want to do that? That's 1 damage apiece. Or I could hurt you for 2. But you're okay, right? You're still fine. You have 4 health.
Yes.
Good.
Paul says, play the Tabletop Chainsaw Warrior on stream. 50 games within 10 minutes because it's that difficult.
We'll just swing on him because then I get 2 dice for it. And
Okay.
then my half thingies will actually count as successes. So him on him. Nothing whatsoever.
Okay. That'll work. My go. I draw a power card and discard a power card.
Let's see here. The Space Marine Heroes line is a series of characters they released for sale in Japan only. The
Is he
first
still
series
able
was
to-
6 Terminators, but now it's popular and expanding to England.
Yeah.
Needs to get to the US, because that seems kind of neat.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Oh, Dustin says 40K is what he thinks, but probably both. Says her girlfriend is David and has played Miranda in War Machine before.
Where?
I don't know where. Dustin said that their roommate's boyfriend, his name is David, and he's
Yeah,
played
I
you
think-
before in War Machine.
Okay, I think I have met him at the Twin Suns before.
And he kind of plays everything.
Yeah. We're just going to. They have so much health left. This is so rude. +1 with an attack of Ranger 1 and 2, and so
These
they
guys,
have 4.
they're 4 health. Yeah,
They're
yeah.
4
You
health
can
apiece?
just
Okay.
one round them.
Well, I can't one round them with my whirly club, unfortunately. That's all I'm sad about.
Oh, you wanted to get both.
Whirly Club.
I did. So
Oh, you have Annihilation.
Wait, that's a card, isn't it? Whirly Club?
whirling club, yeah, that's his weapon.
Oh, that's just his
We're
base.
just gonna swing right there on you. That's gonna be 2 dice. Needing I have support. Needing hammers, and I can re-roll a dice.
Crit.
That's a crit.
That is a crit.
And it won't matter. So
Super dead.
all right. So
No.
glory for me.
Vol inspired.
Paul says Miranda has a Space Marine hero. It's the Blood Angel he sent you and those exclusive boxes.
Mm.
So you have that. I guess that's the thing.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry, I'm like half paying attention. All right,
Oh
so
yeah, you're totally good.
you're dead, and that's the end of mine.
There's nothing I can do.
I'll play a upgrade. I'll put Jabbertoad on a Mollog.
That's alright. I pass.
Jabbertoad. Isn't that the thing that he's holding?
End of phase now?
That is.
Alright, so this is the end of the third phase. I think Protect the Lair applies because this is no one's territory, and score this at the end of the third phase if there's no enemy fighters in your territory.
Correct.
Alright, so that's worth 2. And score this at the end of the phase if your leader is on the battlefield and inspires. So that's worth 1.
Gotcha. Okay, score this at the end phase if all your surviving fighters at least 3. Oh. I don't have at least 3. Anyways, my hand was filled with all move cards that all said that you needed to get on an objective. And I had this card that's worth 3 points called Making a Statement. Score this at the end phase if you hold all objectives in your opponent's territory. So I had 2 models. And she has 2 objectives.
You're on that
And my
gambit.
hand was filled with objective cards. So I was like, yes. Alright, that was the play, guys. That's what I was going all in for. But
That didn't work, huh?
as you can see, Mollog is too mighty.
It's pretty
Slog75 said you should join us at PAX Unplugged.
That's in Austin. When is that? That's
I don't know.
later in the year, I thought. Alright, so we're resetting, and then we'll roll off.
No, that's it. That's the game.
That was 3. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
1, 2, 3. That's it.
This game is great.
It's pretty good. I like it. It is best in a 2 out of 3 format.
We'll do one to see.
Oh, we
Because
can
it's
do one.
9.
We can do one.
Oh.
We can try. We'll try to actually do it in the time frame you're supposed to of a half an hour, 20 minutes or whatever.
Paul said
Does it really
that
say 20
he got
minutes?
2 of the same
20 to 30
model. They're
minutes,
supposed to be
okay.
Ultramarines, but he painted one as a Blood Angel and then sent it to you.
Blood Angels are pretty awesome. They were the ones that went crazy when Sanguinius died. Like, routed all kinds of people in the during the heresy. They seemed to be a force of terror. Alright, we're gonna reset real quick and try to do a fast game because this will be funny.
All right, you have to tell those guys what you're doing.
We're gonna reset because it's supposed to be best 2 out of 3. I don't know that I'll win this one, so we'll see. But otherwise it'll be a tie for the night. But we're gonna try and play fast now. Sound good to you, Dylan?
Perfect. That's what it was. You deliberated too much.
Yeah.
Your plays were too optimized.
Just thinking it out. We need
Yeah.
a chess clock in here, all War Machine style.
Oh God, no.
I don't own a chess clock for the record.
We need to specifically not have that.
I I'd rather just.
Although a dice shuffler was something you wanted. Apparently, by the way, Miranda has an excellent treat for you guys coming up. She and her friend Melinda are going to play. Was it Exploding Unicorns?
No, it's Exploding Kittens. That would be too blatant. It's Unstable Unicorns.
Oh.
So you might get a live Unstable Unicorns game, is what I hear.
You guys playing that?
Sometimes I can be girly. When?
What's that?
I like that game.
Yeah?
Have you played that?
She has all the expansions too. So there's
Was that after you showed it to her?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, she has all the expansions. So there's well, not all of them, but the Rainbow deck and like this Medieval Dragons deck and some other one.
Whenever you guys play, come in.
All right.
Samuel says, "This game is great," says Victorious Wargamer Girl.
Yeah, that's how it works. All right, so 3 objectives.
Just wait and see what she says.
Wait.
Do you remember that?
First.
And wait until she says something after this game.
Says, "Why don't you guys use a dice tower?"
Oh shoot.
Because we are fools. We will probably want to just
So
make
I've
our
been-
own dice tower, and
I've
that
been-
just hasn't happened yet.
I've been playing this awesome game called Wingspan. I forget who it's made by, but it's a new game that came out. Guess one of my friends bought it from Bed Bath & Beyond, which is kind of funny. But it's a game.
Wait, what is it? A board game?
It's a board game.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a board game that incorporates like knowledge about North American birds. So every time you play a bird, it has like their wingspan, their origin, what they're named for, and the point of the game is to have the most victory points. So you have to like build your best bird empire. It's pretty fun, but the dice tower in that game is a birdhouse. It's cool.
The dice tower.
Yeah,
Wow.
and you have these dice that are food icons, and you roll the food down the birdhouse. And that's what your birds feast on.
To vary it up
that
a
is
little
very
bit,
weird.
let's flip our boards over.
Switch.
Now there's lethal hexes.
Lots of lethal hexes.
Oh my gosh.
And let's line it up for the
You want to line it
chat.
up for
Yeah.
Are you lining it up? Are you putting it lengthwise?
With
But
lines.
just like that,
Yeah.
so it's not perfectly centered.
Just to be slightly off.
Don't
Yeah.
recognize my
see.
audience.
Wait a minute. Oh, you're moving. Oh, now you gotta
No,
move it the other way. And, oh, there you go.
Okay, I figured it out.
Now you have to rotate it slightly. No, I think it's good.
It's better. Okay.
Alright.
Here's the objectives. I already shuffled them. Let's throw them out. Roll
Leader.
for first.
Axe. Swing that
Fast
way.
play.
Let's see here. Alfonso says, "I would like to recommend a nice 1v1 Odin's Raven."
One exclamation.
No.
And Mike G says, "Any thoughts on Mantic games / minis? I only just discovered them and I'm kind of enamored with them, especially the Vanguard line they're putting out. And the price is great." Mantic, are they the ones that do, was it Kings of War? Is that Mantic?
Might do.
I'm trying to remember. Oh man, I'm familiar with Mantic. I can't remember their games.
Sorry.
Let's see here. Samuel says that's the spirit, Dylan. Just because she wiped the board with your guys once.
We'll get him this time.
Allurian says
Now
the
drop.
symmetry is aesthetically pleasing.
You're welcome. It was Dylan's idea. One,
Alfonso
two,
says
three,
yes. Lots of S's.
I almost-
Arcane hazards with lots of A's in it too.
Yeah, there's some hazards this time around. Oh no.
Good hand, good hand, good hand.
Oh, by the way, Paul says he can confirm that Mars Attacks dice is awesome if you need a game in a hotel bar.
Well, I drew all my in-game cards, so
Okay, yes, it is Kings of War.
Mulligan.
Kings of War looked pretty cool, actually.
that's really bad.
And Dead Zone, or Kings of War Dead Zone. I think Dead Zone's a different game. Dead Zone. I don't know Dead Zone.
I don't know either.
All right. Roll. It's one crit, one hat, full support.
No crits, no support.
Hey, guess what? You can place first.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no, that's what I did last time, isn't it?
Are you sure you're going to do better this round?
So yeah,
Yeah, it
won't
is what you
count.
did
I'm
last
missing
time.
3.
Right. So me, you. Yeah, I go first.
Okay.
Leader. No, not again.
So Kings of War is the people who originally made Warhammer, from what he's been told. Here's the rules are pretty good.
What?
I remember years ago,
Oh,
I kind of
right.
looked at that
Cool.
game and was considering it, but ended up not pulling the trigger on it. Mantic also did Dreadball.
All right.
Oh, I see. A
Oh,
sci-fi Blood Bowl.
Second nominated, great. Oh, yeah, Bush. Still lying, buddy.
Stalag, buddy, indeed. Who do I want to stalag? I'm gonna keep him safe.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm just gonna try it.
That's bold. 2 crits.
1 crit.
Wait a minute, you just place your Stalag Buddy?
Yeah. He was there the whole time.
No, that's a different. That's a different game or a different card. So
Oh.
he was there the whole time, and you can bring him back. He was there the whole time.
That's pretty funny.
That's pretty good.
All right. Well, then it would be my go first. And that being said, I will. What's that guy's wounds?
2.
Wait a minute.
And this guy has a big axe, and he hits for 2. Only guy hits for 3. All right. Well, I don't want to just get swamped again. Yeah. Just charge you. Yeah.
I don't think we
charge.
have, any of us have the Eyes of the Nine dice. We don't have the Warband yet either, so we probably don't have the dice.
Ooh, great. 2 damage.
2 damage. That gets him.
All right, he's
Like
dead. I get a
G.
victory point. Action card. I will decline.
Oh, they do Hellboy and Walking Dead 2 Hellboy? Is Hellboy a miniature game?
Oh wow.
Dustin says, well, I need to go try to fix Alex's computer. Going to log off.
Mm.
Yeah, I heard that
GLHF,
one
guys.
before.
You have a good night. Dustin, say hi to Alex.
Take care, Dustin.
You guys are totally invited. There's a lot of these war bands that are open for you and Alex to play. So I'm going to get you over to playing in our group here.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. That would be a good time.
Yeah.
Okay,
I like this
I'm going to
game.
play Brutal Savagery. So the first attack action made by a friendly fighter and the next activation has 1 dice.
Ooh.
Say
okay.
brutal savagery.
Brutal Savagery.
Wow.
It's like
Savagery.
that's like
Is-
overkill.
Is Thunderix Profiteers any good? I don't know because none of us have that particular warband.
Mm.
How many do we have?
So
There were like 9, maybe 11. I don't know. There's a lot of them. I think we have less than half of them painted. Oh, I guess
I'm gonna thwomp you on the head. I
Hellboy
guess.
was done as a Kickstarter.
Okay.
Movie and
I tried.
franchise-based
I
miniature
tried to
games.
thwomp you anyway. So range 2, 2 dice, needing hammers and 1 die, 1 plus 1 extra die because of the brutal savagery right here.
Okay.
All support, every single one of them.
Hello.
Oh, Hellboy's a cooperative board game with
All right.
beautiful miniatures. That sounds kind of awesome.
My John's into. He's actually looking at it because.
Oh, did he get it?
No, I don't know that he got it, but we saw the models for that at Adepticon because I sent him a picture.
Do you feel that? It's an earthquake. All right. Push all fighters 1 hex. You must push them all in the same direction. This way. This way. This way.
Alfonso will just
this
have to
way.
play with us in spirit.
That way. That way.
Fine.
You said they all go the same direction?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I ended up holding 2 objectives out of that.
Oh, did you just get knocked into a hazard?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
It's exciting.
How hazardous. What was that?
It's funny because he himself is a hazard, a walking hazard.
It's true. It's very, very true.
Hey, Miranda,
your
this is
power
very
card?
important. Zach Sporin says, "Hey Miranda, can I get a shout out from my boy Scott from Empire Games, repping K-Door at Gen Con this weekend?"
Ooh, go Scott. Yeah, I hope you do well with K-Door. Which tournament? What kind of tournament? Is it like an Iron Gauntlet or something?
At Gen Con, huh?
You
I
gonna
don't
play
know.
Parker?
Maybe. How does the inspiration work for you?
If I'm holding an objective at the end of the phase.
At the end of the phase.
Yeah.
And so we're not done with the phase.
Not even close.
No, I will decline.
Alright, here you go.
Alright, now it's me.
Wait, who went first? Me, right? So it's my go. Sorry, I apologize. Because you just swung at me and whipped.
Oh, yeah, and you just reacted.
Yeah.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, my go. I'm going to...
Kiefer Bentley says, "How is Mollog so far?"
Well, he was great in the first game. We'll see how he does this time. I feel like I feel like there might be a pressure to, really pile on him this time. So we'll see.
Move my leader 2. Yeah. Here you go.
Any power cards?
Yeah, I'm going to play... nothing.
Hellboy almost evokes the feeling of that FFG board game, Operation Tannhauser. Fantasy Flight
Here you
Games
go.
board game. I'm not familiar with that board game, actually. Have you ever played Tannhauser?
Nope.
Fantasy Flight game?
Hmm.
So Dylan's played about 8,000 board games.
Yeah.
So he's
Sure.
he's the board game aficionado.
I played this crazy one the other day. It's called Edge of Darkness. It's like this card building game. But the thing is like the way the game's played is when you build the deck, each card has 3 different sections to it, top, middle, and bottom.
Okay.
And so when you draft a card, you have to have these special sleeves, and you put the cards and you build all 3 sections of the card.
So wait, as you draw it and then it goes into a sleeve?
Yeah,
or?
and it goes into a sleeve, top, middle, or bottom section.
Oh,
Swinging
interesting.
on his duder again.
It's great and it's fun to play. It is the worst game to set up and tear down of my entire life. Like trying to unsleeve
One hit.
like 40 cards per person is like the worst thing. You swung at my guy?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well I'm just gonna defend it. Yeah.
That is true.
Alright, that being said, we will, on my turn, just draw a discard card.
Mm.
Draw a card.
Alfonso says, "Dylan, that sounds like Mystic Veil."
Never played that one.
Wow, he let me. I
Discard that.
talk him up all big, and then immediately he's like, "Never played that game."
Yeah.
It's true.
There's, to be fair, even though I played 8,000 board games, there's about 80,000 board games.
This is fair. Paul says a lesser-known Games Workshop game he really likes is it's called Lost Patrol.
Mm.
It's 5 scouts, I assume Space Marine scouts, versus a ton of Gene Stealers. The board changes each turn. That's kind of neat.
That sounds kind of neat. You know, the other day I played this, it's called Blood Bowl Team Manager or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game's awesome.
Wait, what is that? A card game?
It's sort of a card game.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you have a team and you put them together and then they go to championships.
Now, does that
each
actually-
season.
Is it supposed to interface with Blood Bowl?
I don't know. Maybe
Oh,
it
yeah.
can.
I
I
kinda
remember
wonder.
playing it and like it has all the characters from the game. What'd you do?
Is it my go?
Yes.
Alright. 1, 2, 3.
You just walked.
Just walk.
All right. What was that thing that I had? It was cool. And I guess for me, I will play. Are you gonna play a power card?
I will decline.
Okay, then I will play Treasure Lust. Choose a friendly fighter and push them up to 3 hexes. They must end up holding an objective. 1, 2, 3.
I will counter with Predatory Growls. Choose an enemy fighter and push them 1 hex. 1 damage, please.
So he got really greedy to have that treasure, and then something growled at him, and he yipped and jumped into the hazard. Is that what happened?
That's basically what happened.
Okay, I will play We Shall Not Be Moved. Friendly fighters holding objectives cannot be driven back by an attack action in the next activation.
Valerian says, you guys are exposed to so many games. Do you sometimes like to retreat to an old favorite? Is there an old favorite you retreat to?
Settlers of Catan.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's just nice, simple, easy. Relies a lot on the friends you play with to make it fun. Either that or I guess Snake Oil. That one too. That's a good one.
I love Snake Oil. That one's
Snake
great.
Oil's fun. Snake Oil's a lot of fun. Apples to Apples is pretty fun.
I don't know.
Blood Bowl team manager is completely independent from Blood Bowl.
Okay.
So it's just its own standalone board
Gotcha.
card game.
I guess I will just.
And also out of print.
I'm gonna draw a power card and discard a power card. Sorry. And we'll discard that one. That's just so bad. I have a card in my deck that says if I played no play cards, then I get a point. It's like this is how you win the game right here. I need to take that one out.
Was that your action?
That's it. That's my last one.
Okay,
Alfonso
thank you,
says,
No.
Okay.
damn, Miranda, just being aggressive with Mollog. I felt that tap from half the world away.
Mollog
More like a
will...
claw.
A clomp.
A claw.
Count. Spite shroom. Does he have anywhere he really wants to go? Not really. Mollog is going to swing on that guy. And miss horribly. He has just been whiffing. Whiff.
He's tired.
Alright, no power cards, sir.
Miranda's salty. Anyways, that's the end of the phase.
Alright,
You score any objectives?
yes. Score this in the end phase if your leader's in enemy territory. One.
That's why you did that.
Bold advance.
I did not score anything. So as far as for my fighters here, this guy right here is Mad Magrum and he gets inspired.
Yep.
And this guy over here is Tefik Flamebearer and he is inspired.
Oh no.
And then I'll draw it back up to 5.
Alright, we'll discard what we don't want. I'm just not going to be able to do that one. So we will draw 2 more on the glory. And for power, we can discard out of that too, right?
Correct.
Probably not going to use you. Before I say that.
Now Miranda's trying to speed play.
Right.
This is me speed playing, exactly. We'll just touch it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. And then reroll to see who goes, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to equip Grimnir's Blessing onto my leader. During an attack or ploy that would take this fighter out of action, roll a defense die. If you roll a shield, the damage suffered by this fighter is ignored. And I use that.
I will
Oh, sorry, I guess
spend a glory as well to upgrade Mollog to Blooming Spores, give him +1 to his damage characteristic.
Okay. Let's go. 1 crit,
Exclamation. 1 crit, 1 support.
2 half supports. Me.
Damage.
That's me.
Alright, how would you like to proceed?
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Let's flip our little tokens over.
Paul says, I do not score anything, is also how his games of Shadespire go.
Oh no.
12 Neef. Mollog is such a beat stick.
It's pretty crazy.
Oh no, Alfonso. Okay, got to go. Thanks for the stream. Have fun, Tommy, Dylan, and Miranda.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by.
Super appreciate it. We'll probably be wrapping it up here.
See you.
And, we have 8 minutes to finish this game.
Right.
See you. We'll see you next week.
You're good.
Okay.
No power card.
Let's see here. I'm going to do Winding Up, +1 damage the first attack with a range of 1 or 2 made by a friendly fighter this activation.
Oh, don't do that.
And this was never flipped over? No.
cheating this whole time.
This whole time. I'm sorry.
I've been looking for objective 4. That was. I'm just.
It's true. It's true. That's squig. Well, he's dead. Okay, no need for that. Mollog will do something amazing, I'm sure.
12 Neef says, I love the Fire Slayer models.
cast-
They're just so hard to play with.
Mushroom.
Do you find them hard to play with?
Charge.
These
The
models?
Fire Slayer models?
No.
We're gonna
No, I mean,
charge. We're
so-
going to swing with my whirly club.
The thing about the Fire Slayers is they are pretty dependent on the very first roll of the game where you place the objectives. As there's only 5 objectives, one person ends up with 3, and the other person only ends up with 2. These guys specifically inspire by standing on an objective, so you have an advantage if you have 3.
Alright, whirling club. It's 2 dice. I need cross swords. And we're doing the whirly club, so it's going to attack these 2.
I do get support.
That's fine. I can't do anything about that, yeah. So we're going to start on your leader. 2. 2 hits.
I can't dodge it. Unless I roll a crit, actually.
Okay. That is going to be 4 damage.
Alright. Reaction. During an attack or play that would take this fighter out of action, roll a defense die. If I roll a shield, the damage suffered by this fighter is ignored. So, like, 1 and 3. Nope. He's dead.
Okay. Phew.
Oh, that's your main guy, too. And you just upgraded him.
That's really bad for me.
Score this immediately if your leader takes an enemy leader out of action. That's 2.
That is really, really bad for me.
Alright. Pointless. Anything else you want to do?
You did
Oh,
Whirling
it's my
Club.
turn. It's my turn.
No, you did Whirling Club, didn't you?
Yeah, I
Miranda,
did, so that's right. 2 on this guy. I did
Miranda
that.
Allurian says, smush them. Mollog needs a new pair of dwarf skin shoes.
That is going to be a miss.
My goodness.
Okay. And power.
So speaking of fun card games, Dylan, have you played Boss Monster?
Yes.
Yes.
That
No
one's
power cards.
What do you think of Boss Monster?
fun.
Just fun
And
game.
it's been a little while since I played it. But one of your fighters takes an enemy fighter. Oh, hold on. Let me not read my cards about that. Oh, I'm so screwed. How am I going to do that now? Okay.
5 minutes.
My goodness.
What happens in 5 minutes?
Everything ends.
It's
Just the screen goes to TV fuzz. Just
Yeah, it's like in the olden days when TV would actually end and you'd see the
it
colored
has
bars.
the little flag and it plays the anthem and then the
And then it
channel
goes
just
to
goes
the-
down.
Signal.
Ah, I got it. Oh, I don't got it. That is so obnoxious. That guy killing that guy just threw everything like so out of whack. You have no idea.
Yeah, I've noticed that actually happens in this game. You'll set up something, and that is very much like War Machine, because you'll set up something and then like a little piece of your Rube Goldberg machine dies and it's just bad. Everything
It's
just
just
falls
done.
apart, and then you're reacting all the rest of the time.
How am I supposed to do this anymore? It only does 2 damage. That guy has 7.
We only have 6 left.
Yeah, that's just 3 attack actions.
Samuel says after the late show.
We're in round 2, right?
Yes.
That's right, after the late show.
In 5 minutes, the screen switches to the ending of the movie 2001. Is it the
Does
end
this
just the
matter to you?
crazy stuff going by?
This guy actually has 3 movement when he upgrades. Does that matter to you?
Oh, to just retro move it?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. I didn't see if these guys get a movement upgrade. Which is nice, but not helpful in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I just, move. I don't know. It's all bad. Everything's bad.
Everything's bad.
It's all bad.
Oh, that's what happens in 5 minutes. The girl from The Ring crawls out of your screen and to kill us. Intrigue Gaming says, "Uh-oh, sounds like Dylan's defeat is imminent."
No, not even.
All right, so that's
I was gonna score.
that was your
so
second.
big.
Is that your second?
Yeah.
So this is my second.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to attack you. I like the fact that you're far away from me, but at the same time, I kind of want to hurt you. So I don't know.
That sounded like a logical statement.
I am going to.
Mike Hammond, is
I
this
can
a tournament
draw a power
game?
card and discard one.
Yeah.
Apparently it
That's my turn?
is. Because somebody else was saying they'll be playing the tournament at
You just draw
Adepticon.
those.
Oh, you just draw them if
Yeah.
I don't.
You can draw one of these and discard these. This
But
one
as
you
an action.
as an action you can draw
Oh, I
one of
can
these
just
and
draw
discard
one.
these,
I
or
see.
you can just draw one of these
All goes
Okay.
red,
Yeah, we'll
then
just
all
draw
the
for this
colors.
round.
and you get a cube.
Meaningless.
Okay. All right. I swing a molly.
Samuel says Dylan's voice gets higher as his demise approaches.
It's true. Big whiff. Scorching Axes. You can reroll one attack dice each time this fighter makes an attack action.
That was my defense.
Whiff. Sad. Your turn.
All right. So that was my second. So this is your third.
No.
What?
I am Oathsworn. Play this after a friendly fighter's attack action that fails. That fighter can make another attack action that targets the same fighter.
He was going to fail
Oh.
and then realized that he swore an oath.
Hold on. We need to go for the triple crit.
But there's a point in that.
Did I do it?
No, you didn't. You just knocked one of your other dice. All right. How much damage is that?
That's cute.
Inspur.
It's exciting, huh? And
Even
then
my
you
little
screw up.
stalag squig over there spurred. Whatever.
I am scared.
Spurred. Okay.
Not inspurred, but just spurred.
Just spurred. What? Okay, cool. All right, so that's what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're doing, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Is that a sheep noise?
No. Okay. I am going to go to Beast mode. And I'm going to.
No.
What's that? Your move. I'm gonna smack you over the head.
Is everybody having fun over there?
2.
It kind of died down.
Oh, 3 dice.
How many people do we have watching?
27 right now. We got
Wow.
30.
All right.
Dylan is throwing dice at everything. Miranda smells fear.
You have 4 health.
Yeah, give or take 0.
Okay. So we're gonna attack you with the makeshift club. That is 1 hit.
And that is 1 block.
Actual block.
Actual block.
So.
That's the first time I've rolled it, and it's done what I've said.
All right.
Oh, it's the
Power
first time you've
phase.
called the roll.
Power phase. What do I want to do?
I decline.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting that. Kind of wanna stay where I am at the moment, and I don't have anything to do either. Dang it. So now yours.
Attack. I'll swing at him again.
All right.
Nothing.
Okay.
Reroll.
Oh.
Hit.
Defend. Sure. All right. So power cards.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm going to hit you over the head. You think Miranda means the game. But next second, out comes a folding chair like a wrestling match.
Exactly. I still really would like to kill you, so Mom's gonna try again.
Wait, no, you stop one more?
Yeah. You went, then I went.
Did I go first this turn? I did.
Yeah. I got a crit too.
Yeah, well, me too.
That will be 5 damage.
Oh.
Super dead.
Well, so much for that.
It's all apart. It's so bad. Everything is bad.
Alright.
Mike Hammond
will not
wonders
play
how
any-
long will Games Workshop support this game? Hopefully for a few more seasons.
Well, I guess I will discard
more factions that they haven't
Tactical Genius 1 through 3.
made little war bands out of yet.
That was
so.
if I held objectives 1, 2, and 3. I was on
Mm.
1, 3, and 1 space away from Q.
Pretty good. Okay, so that's that, right?
Yeah. And draw, and then
Alright, so I'm going to, at the end of the phase, how many glory points do you have?
1.
Scrolls at the end of the phase and give more glory points than an opponent. So
Okay.
just to kind of rub it in all game on.
I'm feeling it.
Oh, Jay Warman says,
and I'm gonna
Mike,
discard that one because I can't use it.
they're putting out a 3rd edition next year, so they're definitely supporting for a bit. So next year there'll be whatever comes after
Nightvault.
Nightvault. Thank you.
Good. Is everybody in on Warcry? Is that I've been hearing stuff about that, but I don't really know much about it.
Yeah, I haven't watched
Okay.
a trailer or video or anything on it yet.
I suppose if you went first, I wouldn't be too upset.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't actually do that.
I'll go first.
Thanks, good to know. I like the contained nature of this. It's kind of nice if you like painting miniatures, but not painting a ton of miniatures. It's
Yeah.
just enough to scratch that itch.
Yes, exactly.
I have the solution to our lack of time in this game.
Yeah.
And the card is called No Time. But,
Really?
So people who are more familiar with the game will instantly know what you have.
yeah.
Okay.
See, it's a lot more fun when the miniatures are fully painted, right?
Yeah.
Makes it a lot more fun experience.
Stalag Squig has a squirrely purple tongue.
Yep. It's kind of great.
It's true. It's true. Okay, I am going to play. Let's see.
GW's
here.
trying, and there's plenty of room for expansions. I'm waiting on a Beastmen expansion, which would be pretty cool. Heck, there's like 3 Khorne and Stormcast
Charge,
bands
I can
already.
still attack in subsequent turns, or can
No.
you not attack anymore? You're done attacking.
There's
Yeah,
3
I can
Khorne. I
charge
guess
you
the Oath, the
The what?
Godsworn. That's what it is. The Godsworn Hunt. I guess they're Khorne, and then
Oh yeah, you couldn't have attacked that guy.
and then
You
the little
charged
war
him
band that
immediately.
came with the Shadespire, and then the one with the dog.
Let's see here.
Also, every pose is unique rather than painting a bunch of the same model. Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
That is very true. Alright, so the Inspired Spite Shroom. Can that do anything? It can kind of attack. It's kind of cute, I guess. Maybe. Something. I don't know. He's going to charge you. It'll be cute. That's good. Yes.
Stormcast are 2 chunk, like medieval space marines.
2 swordy swords?
Yes, they are
What's
Sigmarines.
his damage?
2.
Says I'd like to see more teams added
Targets
to.
all
I'd
of
love
these.
to adapt my high elves. Surprised they haven't added any of the. Well, I don't even know if I'd quite call them elves though, because they're the.
Mist.
I forgot what they are now. The ones that came from wood elves.
But then, it does matter.
Okay.
Oh yeah, sometimes it
I
does.
think
I'm
their
gonna
plastics
do
are outstanding. I
Scorburst.
agree. I think the
Choose
plastics
an
are
either
outstanding.
Decisive Spite Shroom, roll an attack dice, and you suffer 1 damage.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah,
that
the
one. Are you playing a
Sylvaneth.
card?
That's them. But they're more like
Yes,
just.
I'm gonna play No
um,
Time. No more power cards can be played until after the next activation.
More like
No
just a
more
bunch of
power
dryads
Correct.
that make
All
a
of
war
my power
band.
cards?
Correct.
You are so rude.
I mean, technically, it was yours first.
It's
Did
true.
you play one? Sorry.
Yeah, I did play one to hurt you.
Oh, that's right. Oh, well then, yeah. Now you can't play anything.
I see. I see.
My turn.
Yes.
I charge you,
Okay.
and then I swing. This has to work. This is the only thing that needs to work this whole game, and we're back in it.
All
All
right.
in. It's 1.
2.
You're back in it.
No, that's
Those
it.
wet
Okay.
elves would be cool in
And
the
I hit
game
him
too.
for 3.
3.
Next
okay,
expansion is
that will
going to
kill
be
him.
the underwater
Let's see here.
expansion. That's
Hang
what I
on.
think.
During an attack action that deals enough damage to take me out of action, you suffer damage.
Okay. That's fine. Because score this immediately if the friendly fighter takes an enemy fighter out with a charge action. Then, no remorse. Score this immediately if one of your fighters takes an enemy fighter out of action with an attack action with a damage characteristic greater than the target's wound characteristic. I hit you harder than you have health. That's what it should say.
That was your charge, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Alright, so
No power phase.
back to me.
So I agree, by the way,
Straight back to
the wet elves, they should have the way the chaos ones have. One of them should just be a shark on its own base.
Alright, so I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. My movement. And I'm going to play. I can play power card again, right?
Yeah.
Transfixing Stare within 2 hexes. I'm going to place a move token on you.
Okay.
And he has a charge token on him. Right.
Yep.
Excellent. So that'll be me, Transfixing Stare. And that's
By the way, Mike
it.
G says, "Oh
Okay, then
snap!
I'm
2
gonna
cards
play-
in 1 move."
Indomitable. The first time a friendly fighter suffers damage in the next activation, they only suffer 1 damage.
Okay.
Your power card.
None.
Then I'm gonna play Boon's Gold or Gold Boon. There we go.
What?
That's what it says. Gold Boon.
Okay.
Choose a friendly fighter and roll a defense die. On a roll of shield or crit, we remove up to 2 wound tokens from it.
Oh, lovely.
Oh wow, that is really good.
Oh,
And
that
that's
guy
you.
he was holding an objective.
Yeah.
Last phase.
Yeah.
He is
yeah,
in
space. So that was you, right? Like, because I went first, and now were you responding, or were you?
Correct. So now it's my turn.
Yeah.
I'll go, and I will just draw one of these and discard one of these. There you go.
It's a healing potion or a rune.
All right. I feel like
Well,
I
we do have
just
a
need
healing
to try
potion
and
card
swing
that
since
nobody
these
put
guys
in
are
their
sort
deck.
of pinned down.
They
Got it
only-
out of the white dwarf.
Right now, they are only going to take 1.
If the on the first one.
Correct.
Oh no, it's just in response to me directly.
Right.
Yeah. We'll pull a card.
Okay. I will pull a card.
I
Oh,
can
sorry.
still
Power,
play power phase,
power
right?
phase. Yeah.
Alright, so I will upgrade. I'm gonna put Jabbertoad on there because it's hilarious, and I have a 3 hex range with it.
But it only does 1 damage.
So what does he do?
It has
Throw it?
knockback. Yeah, he just throws it really hard. Discard this card after making an attack action. It's just the toad.
Oh, nice. That's kind of cool.
It's
Alright,
literally
so
the
now you're,
toad he has
so
in
that
his
was
hand.
my.
Oh, that's
my-
awesome. It has knockback because
Yeah.
it's basically get off the objective.
Yeah, from three hexes. So back to.
Draw a card.
Did I go first or did you go first? I drew a card on mine. Is that what mine was?
Yeah.
I'm confused. Okay, yeah. So then now you're drawing a card on yours.
Right.
Okay. I'm understanding. And so, are you gonna play power card?
Not yet.
Alright. So it's my last turn then, right?
Yes.
Alright, my last turn, I will attempt to hurt the guy who killed my dearest little mushroom spore thing. 2. Let's see if I can maybe.
Jay says, "What? The healing potion should be in everyone's deck. I have all 3, the 2 from Shadespire and the 1 from the White Dwarf." Says he wants more. And you guys left it laying right there. Nobody took it.
No, we didn't put it in there. Yeah, it's right here. Right here.
Says, plus the additional wounds upgrades can make even Skellies too tough to get glory points from easily.
I don't even need to know how much damage he's.
So
just-
Skellies could use those.
The healing potions? Interesting.
Well, he says the additional wounds upgrades can make even
Um,
Skellies too tough.
Power card, nothing.
Okay. Then it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I will draw a card. Okay, discard a card. Oh, that's what I thought I was digging for something that I don't have. And then during my power phase, I will play the Blazing Key onto Vol Inspired. This Blazing Key is if this fighter is holding objective 3 in the end of the third phase for 2 glory points.
Wow, alright. Fine. So now we're in phase 3?
Yeah.
So many glory
No,
points.
that was it.
That was the whole game?
That was the whole game.
Oh, okay.
It always feels like there's one more.
It does.
Yeah.
So I'm in 7.
And I am 5.
Okay. That was much closer. Much closer.
Yes.
I didn't get to hardly do anything.
Then everybody's just now currently chatting about how everyone went to Warhammer World in the last week or so.
Apparently.
Just everybody.
Not me.
Yeah, this card's kind of cool. It's a card that gets you points,
Yeah?
but it's a blue card.
Oh, so it's just an upgrade so you can eventually get to it.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to do it. You don't
Yeah,
have to hold
and
it as a...
you don't want to
Oh.
put it on too early.
Because then everybody knows.
Then they'll see. It's like an open objective card. So I literally drew this on my opening hand.
Alright, so that was 2 out
Wow.
of 2.
Yeah.
So you've just been holding it the whole time.
Which is probably bad.
Mollog was crazy good.
That was your 2 out of 3. You won. You won the set.
Not
Good
bad.
job.
Okay, so I guess we can probably end it here. About 15
By the way,
minutes past.
Paul says he was there on Sunday as well as Small World. He says if you saw a guy in a Wargamer Girl gray t-shirt, then that was him.
Oh, nice.
He was representing, getting
What?
all stink eye from the staff apparently.
You want
What?
to put
I
the
don't know.
crew on the board.
So that was the best part of this game. It's so fast you feel like you have to play another game or two.
Yeah, you kind of do because you're like, wait a minute, I didn't get a chance to do the thing I wanted.
Mike G says, ew, objective 3, the stinkiest of objectives.
I just feel some serious dislike.
I know. It'd be nice to the guy who left.
Says, not me, I'm just returning to GW Games. Gave up on War Machine. It's Mike Hammond.
Oh, sorry, Mike. I can't say I blame you, but if it's worth anything, like they are coming out with a whole new war game. They're coming out with Warcaster, which is going to be like the sci-fi game. I am personally excited about it. We'll see what they do.
Let's see. Do most people play best 3 out of best 3 or 5 games? I think it's best out of 3,
is
right?
my
Yeah,
understanding
it's
of
generally
that.
best out of 3.
At the end of it, you're like, and I've done everything.
Oh, Kiefer Bentley says, I may have actually seen you around. I was the tall ginger guy with long hair and a blue Sonic hoodie.
I wonder.
Making friends. And
Valerian, thanks for stream, everyone. Have a wonderful Wednesday night, or 1:45 p.m. for me. Haha.
yes, thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
for
Enjoy your
moderating
afternoon.
The chat, by the way, because he is staying up super late to do it, and I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah. You're awesome.
Thank you, Paul.
Glad you had fun at Warhammer.
Says,
and yes.
Intrigue Gaming says, great game.
All right. Thank
Stuart
you.
Murray's best of 3. It's awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the comment. Miranda says Mike Hammond. Stuart Murray. Also, while I've never played Warmahordes, seeing it collapse was sad.
It is. Well, class
It
trial,
it,
it
it can come up, but yeah, Mark III I think really knocked a lot of the wind out of it.
It's slowly rejuvenating, but
Yeah, I think so.
So, we'll see.
This has been an awesome stream. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thanks for helping me debut my stream room. Sorry about the technical difficulties earlier, but we all knew that was going to happen. Murphy's Law and all that.
What do you guys think
Yeah.
about the setup?
Yeah, there's some things
Yeah.
to update, but
You get some
we'll
stuff.
get some good, pretty pictures of the models so that you guys can see the job that Flo did because it was awesome. So.
Yeah. Well, we have
These
there's
guys have the coolest mohawks I've ever seen.
they're the epic mohawks. So we actually have like the video of the models turning around. We've been shooting them for all of the different ones, and we're hoping to put them in once we get our game figured out a little bit more. Because we're also drawing more people in, so there'll be more people playing this too. So you'll see a lot more war bands.
Yes. So that will be coming. On that note, I think that's everything. So yeah, Wednesday night it'll be painting or doing some more of this. So thank you all.
Mike
Take
Hammond
care.
says, I can see the games, I can see the chat, and I can see you in the background. It's not distracting. So good.
All right.
Oh, to be fair, Stuart, when you asked about why there's a screen burn for the chat, if you replay the videos, you can't see the chat.
Yeah, like it's I've seen where it's supposed to, I think, but it never does. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is weird.
So we just put it in so that you can see it, and if the video is embedded, then you can read it on the video and don't have to. You can full screen it and not have to leave a little section open.
All right, I'll say bye.
You have a good night.
Have a good
Bye,
night.
guys.
Take care.